Welcome to NHMR's Sponsor Spotlight, where each month we highlight one of our sponsors, put a face to the company name, and get their perspective on the current real estate market. Welcome to NHMR Sponsor Spotlight. We have with us today Bruce and Jill Schaefer of Schaefer Inspection Services. So welcome, Bruce, Jill. Thank you for joining us here today. Let's dive right in and just hear a little bit about your company. You've been part of this community and area for a long time. I did get to meet Marvin some years back, and why don't you start by just telling us a little bit about how this company was founded?
Our company, which started around 1980, was started because I had seen the need for home inspections. We were in the business of building homes and commercial buildings, and someone had come to us and wanted us to build a house, and we bid it out, and then they decided to buy a house instead. And we had put a lot of work into getting the price ready for their new house. When they said they were going to buy another house, I said, we can inspect it. We're building houses. We know them as good as anybody else. So he said, yeah, that'd be great. And we started the business. And from there, the business just took off. We were, every year, we would almost be doubling the business. And here we are 40 years later. And with this pandemic hitting and everybody running out of New York, we've had some excellent years the last couple of years.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I love that because that's the start of sort of every entrepreneurship story is there's a need, you meet the need, and then you kind of build the business around it, which it sounds like what you guys did. Over those 40 years, obviously, I'm sure a lot's changed since that first inspection all the way to now. What are some of the things that Schaefer Inspection Service does that you think distinguishes yourself from some of the competition, some of the things you've incorporated into your services, and kind of what are you most proud of in terms of what you guys offer?
We use the industry standard as far as our reporting system. We have a fully staffed office, and we think that's important because we really want to begin scheduling with the client by aligning expectations. And that was something that when I came in full-time about 10 years ago, I found the need to connect with the client and to begin to develop the relationship and the trust so that when the inspector meets with them at the property, they already have an idea of what the inspector is going to do. And it's very important for them to understand that because there are specifics that, or things that maybe the inspector cannot see on the day of inspection. It's important for us to align the expectations and let the client know that the inspector is going to be inspecting. It's a visual inspection of all the accessible components of the property. It's a snapshot in time on that day. We do encourage people to go back shortly before they close, the day of or the day before they close, and do a thorough walkthrough because things can change. Sometimes there's a couple of months between inspection day and closing day. We provide a thorough checklist for people to use and go back, and we coach them in how to do that process, that it should be a very thorough walkthrough so that they don't find surprises right after they close. So I think we have evolved to a point now where we're very conscious of the service that we offer. We have a terrific crew of inspectors. They all have construction in their backgrounds. They all care an awful lot about their jobs and what they do and the information that they give out to clients. And we work hard and we work well together, and it's very much a team approach. And so we really think that we offer a very comprehensive service. And we do the environmental testings. Testing, we test for radon, we test water quality, we do mold testing, and we will continue to grow and continue to offer the best service that we can.
Well, we're going to talk a little bit more, do a little bit of a deeper dive into sort of some specific inspection stuff in the next segment. So before we leave this one, just to shift to you guys personally, thank you, first of all, for being a sponsor of NHMR. And what do you guys do when you're not running an inspection service business? I know Bruce and I were talking about skiing earlier, but what do you do for fun? Where do you go? Where will we see you out and about town?
You know, since COVID, we haven't been out all that much.
Yes, join the party.
We
Or
do
a
like to
lack
go
of
to
it.
movies. We like to go to theater. We like to go out for dinner. Haven't done a whole lot of that. We are very avid outdoors people. So we are often on hiking trails, biking trails. What else? Skiing when we can. And we think that Connecticut is an incredibly beautiful state, so we do explore the state.
Yes.
One of the things that we try to put out on our website and in our information is all of not all of them, but many of the places in Connecticut are just absolutely beautiful, and we're lucky it's a small state, so it's manageable.
Yes.
And people can get out and explore the state, and we do that.
Yes, I agree with you.
I think some of the other things that we're into is that having some good years, we've been able to give back, and we've given to the food kitchens, and we've given to the kids.
On our website, there's a long list of organizations that we have contributed to, and we believe very strongly in being a company that gives back to the community. We often will put out 2 realtors that they have enabled us to be able to support some of these important organizations. So we have made a commitment to the food bank, to many children's organizations. I'm a former school counselor, so we did the backpack program for kids who were in need of help on the weekends. We've done the Boys and Girls Club. We've given to the JCC, to the Hartford Children's Hospital, hospice. So we really look carefully at organizations that are in need and that we can offer to, and we like to thank realtors in that way by referring us and having trust and faith in our service and in our business. It enables us to be able to give back to the community.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful to hear. And one of my agents actually does a backpack program too. She started a charity, so I'll be sure to have her hit you
Please.
up on that. All right,
We're always looking for places to give money to.
Before we leave this segment, we have to have a little controversy. So I have to pin you down on the best New Haven pizza place. You each get to answer, and then...
I'm probably more of a pizza eater than you are, so I think that Modern's a great, pizza. I would say that Pepe's is a great pizza.
Oh, you can only get one answer. Modern it is.
I love Bar.
Bar. Okay.
But we do have 3 sons who are major pizza eaters, and they will often pick up in many different places and bring it home when they come looking for New Haven pizza.
Sounds good. Well, Bruce, they've been around 80 years. They're not going to be hiring you for an inspection anytime soon, so you could
And
be
how about
safe with your
yours?
pick.
And what's your favorite?
Oh, no. I was supposed to get asked that at I was waiting for someone to pin me down on this. I'm going to go with Pepe's, actually. I know it's kind of
Pepe's,
classic.
alright.
Crushed tomato, basic, but it's awesome. So that's where I'm at. Thank you for tuning in for this segment, and stick with us because we're going to talk a little bit more with Bruce and Jill about inspections in this current environment, September 2021.